What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends, and we're going to be doing Free-to-Play Friday on Saturday today. Kind of had a rough Friday yesterday. Very long day at work, and very emotional day, and I took a long nap after work. Didn't wake up till like 10:30 at night, so I didn't really have much time or desire to make a video yesterday. We're going to jump in here to Arena. It's Saturday. We're just trying to farm some medals here before clan versus clan to see if we can get some great haul upgrades during clan versus clan for some easy points. But been kind of a long week, so just wanted to relax a little bit last night after I finally did wake up and didn't feel like making any videos at all. We got kind of some bad stuff going on at work. My boss, who I've worked for a little over 6 years now, his health is in pretty bad shape, so we kind of had almost like a last rites kind of luncheon yesterday at the office. We all went down to the office and got to see him, and you know, mentally he's doing pretty well, but you can tell physically it's getting close. I believe he's got pancreatic cancer, which is usually, unfortunately, a very bad diagnosis because by the time they catch it, it's usually too late for them to do much about it. So he's kind of just trying to enjoy the rest of the time he's got, but it's very sad. He's actually been like the best boss I've ever worked for. He takes very good care of all the employees, and he's almost been like a father figure to a lot of us. So just very tough to see someone going through that and knowing there's really not a whole lot you can do to help out. So it kind of sucks. But yeah, that was yesterday, and it just was kind of a day I didn't really feel like doing much after work, and it was a very tiring day. You know, wears you out. It's weird, you're used to being worn out physically, but you can get worn out emotionally also. So if that ever happens and you're kind of feeling, you know, a little down like that, you just kind of take a little bit of a rest, you know, kind of take a break from things. So that's kind of what happened yesterday, but we're going to get in here on Saturday. Kind of be a short episode here. I got a couple things we're going to talk. Ooh, here's an easy one. A couple things we'll go over with the account. We've been progressing a few things. Like I said, we're just trying to run through here in Arena, get a couple wins, hopefully, as we go through our medals. See, this will be a tough team. Let's try to take these guys on. But yeah, so it's a lot of stuff going on in the game as well. Wanted to thank you guys for the response so far on my video I did on Scion, who's going to be the new terrible login champion that we're going to be getting. That video kind of blew up. It's almost at 1,000 views after a couple days, so that's always pretty cool when the videos do well. Like to see that. It's not something I really care about too much because I do YouTube as a hobby mostly, but it's always kind of nice to see when a video does really, really well. Makes me happy because that means people like the content, so that's always a good thing. And I'm going to try to work on a couple videos this weekend. I do have a Bommel hard Doom Tower video I'm going to probably work on today. I actually did finally manage to beat him on hard Doom Tower with kind of an interesting team, so we'll probably do a video on that later this weekend. We got a couple new champions here on the free-to-play account that I'm really excited about. Let's see, do we want to mess with Kandrafon here? Let's see if we can take these guys on. Chris is always dangerous, but thankfully Kymar. We got Kymar and Madam basically for that double strip, you know, if we ever have to reset there. But okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. It's just the speed kills. If you can go first, you can usually do pretty well. This is an interesting team here. Molly might cut us in, but we'll see what happens. They got a nuke Zavia apparently, which is kind of interesting. High resistance as well, and reaction gear. That's fun. See Arbiter get the revive. Oh, we're provoked. That's not good. I don't know if we're going to survive this one. If we can survive this provoke, we can get a reset with Kymar, but it's not looking too great here. We're going to probably... Ooh. Arbiter taking some hits. She almost made it. Alright, we got the reset. It's not going to matter because Zavia. Okay, cool. Cool team. Nuke Zavia is always interesting. Like I said, I don't care. You know, if we lose on the matches, it's like whatever. We're not going to bother with this. This is probably... this would be a waste of a token. Krisk. You know what? Screw it. It's always fun to test your team and see how much, you know, how much damage they can do, but let's see if we can strip. We didn't strip the Duchess. That's not good. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right. And yeah, you can see there, Duchess just makes things so difficult with her passive. And then Chris with that AoE provoke. And then Trunda just smacks the crap out of you. This is a pretty tough defense here. This is something we'd have a lot of trouble with here. So, I don't know. You know, it's always fun to just try to take on people and see what... God, that guy's only at level 75, and he's got those chains. That's crazy void luck there. Krisk and Netgrit, and also Duchess. Yeah, even on my main account, I don't have any of these three. After playing almost 2 years, I'm still missing. I got the Duchess on the 10X a long time ago. I was very lucky, but I don't have any of these guys. It's absolutely crazy. All right, let's see if we can find one more. Looks like that's all. I don't want to... This is kind of a weird blender team with a Mountain King. At least that's what I'm assuming. What I don't think we can beat this. I'm guessing their Arbiter is going to be pretty fast. But we'll see. Oh, maybe not. We got off before they did. Okay, that's good. It's kind of why you always just take teams on. You never know when, you know, team power doesn't really mean much. You might have better speed gear on your team. You might have better gear overall. And still be able to take the win like we did there. Cool. All right, not bad. Won most of them. So that's pretty cool. Genbo doing work. I'm really enjoying using Genbo now. It's been great that we got him. We're able to build him for Arena. He's been a godsend, pretty much allowing us to farm in gold 4. All right, let's see what we got. Our energy's a little low. Our silver is pretty low. And I'll kind of go into why that is. I actually did almost finish the spider speed team we talked about last week. So we got Ragnar here, and he is all booked out, ready to go. And we think we're still working on his masteries. So I got to get his masteries done because that might actually help me out with a little bit of a problem I'm having with the team. Royal Guard is basically finished. We need to finish rolling up his attack chest. But for the most part, he's built. We got him to 242% crit damage, which sometimes is still not enough, surprisingly. I did have to go with Flawless Execution on my max damage HP champs here, unfortunately, because we just couldn't get to the threshold where we could get Helm Smasher on them. I tried Helm Smasher first, and it was working, but there was a lot of RNG, so it was like almost not worth it. So this Cold Heart's at 217, and then we've got this one at 222, and then we've got this Cold Heart at 225. So it's kind of, it's working and it's not working. One of the problems we're having is my Cold Heart that goes last, she actually doesn't hit as hard as the other ones because the HP on the spider is down a little bit. So that's one of the reasons I actually went with single out, because the spider at that point has less than 40% HP, so we're getting a little bit more damage there. But it's still kind of a hit or miss. And that's kind of the frustrating thing about this game is no matter what you do, is like there's still this stupid 3% resist chance and the RNG and everything. But we'll go in and check that out here in a second. The other cool thing we did do is I had 10 Ancients that I just yanked on for the 10X. Not like I was hoping I'd get like a Rosh card because it's been a while since we pulled a legendary on this account, but we got ACHAK The WENDARIN, who's actually going to be pretty amazing for us because this was really the last piece we were missing for doing the 21 to 25 spider teams. Because we've got Sissio, we got the Cold Hearts, we've got Renegade for the cooldown decrease. So I just pulled him the other day. We kind of got to working on him. We're going to see if he'll work at 50. We got a little bit of gear on him just to get the accuracy up for his freeze. But the problem with him is going to be the books we kind of need to get this buff chance up. So I don't have too many. I think I've got, 7 epic books. So Clan Boss has not been being very good this last couple of weeks. Usually we get about 13 or 14 epic books every 2 weeks from Clan Boss. We haven't even got any legendary books either, so it's been unfortunate. It's kind of weird. Clan Boss kind of comes and goes. We actually got a couple Sacreds this past week. Usually we get epic books. I actually would rather have the books so I could book out some of these champions that I need to get going, but we'll put those books into ACHAK and see how that works. But let's see here. Let's jump into the spider here, and I'll kind of show you guys what we've got going on. So you'll see here, Spider 20, we actually got a 13-second run. I got a 15-second run the first time, then I hit a 13-second run. The funny thing is, after that, like I cannot get it to work. It just fails almost every single time. So we got our team in here. We got Royal Guard in there for a little bit of extra attack. And we do have the team set up here. Unfortunately, it's not really working 100% yet. So we got Royal Guard. We got him set on doing Takedown as the opener. Ragnar, Gleam of Avarice as his opener. That basically does the decreased defense and the weaken. And then we have Cold Heart, Cold Heart, Cold Heart, all going Heartseeker first. So that's pretty simple there. Now I'm going to be changing this one up a little bit here. We were trying something with Luria with her freeze. It didn't really work. So we're going to put ACHAK in for her. And then we'll do that here in a second. But let's go ahead and just see. Maybe it'll be lucky. Maybe it'll be nice to me and work on the video today. But it's been like 50-50. I can usually tell right away if they're going to fail or not. Obviously, Ragnar has to hit both of his debuffs, which he's void, so that usually isn't an issue. But there's that 3% chance that she could resist. 1.3, yeah, we weak hit too much here. I don't know if we can do it. Yep. See, that's the problem. It's just there's that little tiny bit. It's like 300, 400, 1,000 HP that we can't do, and then it all just goes to crap. So that's kind of where we are now. I think once we get Ragnar built up a little bit, we got to get his masteries done. If we can get him down, you know, get one of those damage masteries at the end, I think maybe him opening up with his first hit can do a lot more damage and maybe help that problem. But you know what? Let's just, I don't want to sit here through all this. But that's pretty much what happens. Usually one of the cold hearts doesn't hit hard. Like she only hit for 1,000,000. If she had hit for 1.5 like the other two, then we would have been fine. You know, let's try it again just to kind of see, but if I can get it to work at least once. So that's been kind of the annoying thing. We finally got the team built, and then it's just not enough. It's really frustrating when you spend all the silver and you spend everything. Oh, this one might get through. Yep, there we go. Okay, so there you go. 13 seconds. That's like the perfect best case scenario. You can see there, just hitting that 200,000 HP was all we needed to get through it. So I'm hoping if I can get Ragnar here, his mastery is done, and then maybe we get him on that opening hit. He's hitting for like 70 or 80,000 maybe. It might alleviate some of these issues we're having with RNG. But at least we got it to work once. Attack amulet, not really interested in that. But that's kind of how frustrating the game can be. It's like you finally get that team built, and you're like, especially when it worked the first couple of times, it's like, oh yes, we finally have the Spider 20 farm down to where we can just farm silver all day, and it's kind of like, oh, no, sorry, it's not going to work every time. So we'll keep on working on it. We'll finish Ragnar's masteries. We'll work on getting some better crit damage gear for the champions. But at least for now, we have something that's kind of workable, and we just got to keep tweaking it, keep playing with it. So kind of interesting there. So let's go in, and since we had good luck there, let's see if we can go ahead. I haven't been working on any of the spider teams past this because I just had Drexstar basically as my HP burn until we got Sissia. So let's go into 21 and change our team setup here. We'll go into this team, and actually I need to go back out and get rid of Luria here. Now, ACHAK is not booked. He doesn't really have masteries, so this is good. Probably going to be a fail. I just kind of want to test this to see how it works in theory, because this is kind of what we're looking for. Because we got Firestorm right set up there. We got our Cold Hearts with our Heart Seekers, Renegade with her Sacrificial Ritual. So we want to make sure that he opens up with Frostfire Gale. And we'll see what happens here. I don't expect this to go well. I just want to kind of, I'll show you guys kind of the concept. I did a video a couple weeks ago on my 25-second team on my main account. This is basically what the setup I use, the same team. Obviously the gear there is going to be a little bit better, and the champions are developed a little bit more, but the same concept kind of applies. So we'll see how this works. I don't have books in Sissia either. So she's, okay, she hit HP burn on everybody. That's kind of nice. So we'll get the Cold Hearts out there. We'll get the freeze hopefully to hit a couple. Problem here, that's the issue. We don't have the freeze on everybody. So it's going to be kind of tough. And Sissia is dead now, so this is definitely not going to work. So yeah, that's just with ACHAK not being booked and not having masteries, because usually he'll freeze almost all of them. But we actually came pretty close though. So we'll run it one more time just to kind of see, but because this is going to be RNG right now, because of Sissia needs to hit her HP burn on everyone, which she missed a spider there, so she's not going to take the extra turn. And then ACHAK froze pretty much not really all of them, so that's just going to be the issue. This is going to be a question of us finishing gear and getting some masteries done, getting some books in these champions, until we can get this to work. But I don't know, maybe we could bring in Drexstar for that HP tank, but you could actually kind of run this with 2 HP burners and get it to work too, but the spider gets the heal off and it's kind of tough. But yeah, so this is going to fail, but you can kind of see the idea. We blew a bunch of energy there, which sucks, but that's kind of the idea behind it. Is we're going to get in there and do our best to get those champions built up. Obviously, we didn't expect that to work at this point, but kind of cool there. And we go back into our other, switch back to our, see, this is a Spider 22 I was using before, which is basically just keeping Drexstar alive and letting him get hit with all those, you know, spider things, get the HP burn off. So that was essentially a 2-minute run, which was kind of bad. That's why I wanted to get this Spider 20 fast farm team done. But again, the RNG is just so bad sometimes, you know, it's that last hit on the Cold Heart. And hopefully, like I said, when we get Ragnar developed, that's going to... Oh, he missed his decreased defense. See, there you go. There's 3% resist. So you can see how much of a difference it makes, how much damage you just don't do when he misses that buff, or that debuff. It's crazy. All right, game, give me one more. Give me one more here. Let's at least let us go out on a good note here. Okay, so he got both. It's pretty rare. It's kind of like my team on my main account. I have a similar setup. I use Lydia and I use 4 Cold Hearts. Okay, there we go. We failed again. See, it's just that last little bit of HP. It's so annoying. But might as well just end this because... So there you go, guys. That is the frustrations of trying to get something to work when you're working through the game. It's just, you know, you'll see a lot of videos where the team just always works, and that's not the case. So I like to kind of show you guys the frustration you do go through when you're trying to build teams like this. It's not perfect. It doesn't work every time, and a lot of times you don't see the development and the work that goes in behind it. So I'm kind of, hopefully week to week, you guys can see that on this series where we go through and we're able to build these teams up and take a look at the Great Hall. Like I like to show this anytime we're talking about building stuff up. It's in a lot better shape than it was before. We got 4 golds now. We're kind of working on Force a little bit there for Rosin to help him out in Clan Boss. That's kind of our other big project once I get this spider stuff worked out, because I need to get a silver farm so I can start having silver to start building champions. Clan Boss, just getting the transition from Nightmare to Ultra Nightmare is taking forever. I just cannot get a team together that works. That can 4-key yet, so we kind of have to get into that mode. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do there. I've got Farkin the Fat, who I could bring up for that ally attack, which might be pretty good. I kind of need to work on Ninja. I think putting him in and getting him in some lifesteal gear and putting him in with Frozen Banshee as my DPS might work as well. We've got Jareg, and I'm trying to think also if it's worth it to build Vergis for Clan Boss. He's in here somewhere. Where is he? I just finally started leveling him up. Where did he go? There he is. So Vergis has got some pretty cool stuff in his kit. He's got this random reflect damage buff that he puts on another ally for 2 turns, which could be pretty cool against Clan Boss. He's got the continuous heal, increased speed, reflect damage, ally protection, the increased defense, which would pair nicely with Jareg. He's got shields, continuous heal. Aura wouldn't really be that good there, but I think he'd be pretty awesome for Clan Boss. And his damage is based on defense, so he'd be easy to build for survivability. So one of my thoughts is putting him and Jareg together, and then bringing in Farrakhan, and then having Frozen Banshee and Ninja as my damage dealers, or even Frozen Banshee and Rosin. Rosin's doing pretty good now, but the team I have that works on Nightmare, I tried putting Grush back in. I put him in Stalwart gear and tried getting him back in there, but the Leech just doesn't seem to work that well for me on this account. I just, you know, you get the Leech out there, and you get. I was running him and Urgrim together, and just even with the continuous healing, the Leech just didn't seem enough. The problem I have is the team survives for 30, 35 turns, but they don't do any damage. So that's really the big thing missing. I've got to build some DPS, and that's why I'm thinking if we do the ally attack with Farrakhan, we can get some DPS rolling in there, because I just needed to do 18 million a key on Ultra Nightmare so we can get that 4 key, because I'm tired of running Nightmare every day and not getting a chance at those better rewards. So we got some overflow here. Been doing some farming. I forgot I had the energy refill in there, so we'll use that for Clan vs. Clan tomorrow. So cool. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Just a quick episode for Saturday. Again, I'm sorry I didn't get my episode up yesterday. The usual time, just a lot of stuff going on, like I said, and just kind of a rough day, and needed a break, needed to take a little bit of a rest, so that's what we did. But hopefully by next week, we'll have some of these spider issues worked out, and we'll be able to get a much better win rate on the Spider 20. So I want to start using that team to farm. Right now, I'm still stuck using the Drexstar team, which is 100% win rate, but it's 2 minutes, you know, each run, so it's kind of slow, which isn't great. You know, I kind of want to get that speed silver farm going. You just put it on auto and just run all your auto battles and get 2 or 3 million silver in a couple minutes. It's pretty nice. Plus for clan versus clan, it's very handy. But for right now, we'll stick with the traditional team until we can get that down to a more positive win rate. So that's kind of going to be what we're going to be working on this week with the free-to-play account. So as always, guys, hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.